The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki.
Hello, and welcome to the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Here I am. I'm Nikki Glaser. Day 3 of canker sores taking over my mouth. They are on the mend. I'm feeling better. Thank you for your support and love.
Yesterday you texted me that they were at 40%. How are you doing today? What percent?
We went down another 10%. So, and you know what? I said 40% yesterday. We went back up a little bit. I would want to say 60%, but now we're down to 30% of what they were the day before. That Debacterol, damn, I'm still having PTSD from like the pain of that stuff when you put it on. Oh boy, it was just tears down my face. Like I just can't even believe how stingy it was. But yeah, I feel better. I feel a lot better. Today is a new day. I'm going on tour again this weekend. Where are we at? Charleston on Saturday. Somewhere else on Friday. Damn it. It's somewhere else. Oh, Raleigh on Friday. I love Raleigh so much. It was one of those towns I was like, oh, I could live here if I had a different life. And now I realize I can live fucking anywhere. Really, I can. It's so nice to just be able to. But the problem with that is now that I can go anywhere, I'm like, where should I go? Like, I've got friends scattered everywhere. I think maybe I just had my friends come here, but it's just so, I don't know. I'm starting to explore the idea that like marriage and kids just, I just fear all of my friends getting pregnant because it's just like, bye. And I know that's like the oldest story in the book. Like we all know that like life changes, but it really, Kerstin and I were talking about this morning. She feels like she sometimes misses out on social events because, you know, it's like a child's birthday party and it's all families there. And it's like you bring your kids to play with other kids. And if you don't have kids, you don't really go to those things. And she's like, I feel like my life is less social because I don't have kids. And I'm like, but I feel like a lot of parents would say, I've heard a lot of parents complain like, oh, I got to hang out with these people because my kids like the kids, you know, and that it's not always like better social activities and that. And also think of all the things you lose out on by having kids and not going to be able to go to places because you have kids. But also Kerstin and her husband aren't like big boozers. And I think that that's like, it's one or the other. It's like you have kids and you like focus on your kids and you have kid party things. Or it's like adult parties where you throw your key in a bowl and you get wasted and you fuck everyone. It's like, why can't there be in between where people just like, I don't know, just don't drink and hang out. Like, what do you do socially, Noah, you and Avi? Like, you're in a new town, you have new friends. Like, what do you do on what do you do at night? Like, when you guys are done working for the day? Let's talk about weeknights. Let's talk about weekends. I think we just project a lot of socialization onto our friends and think we're all, like, so boring. But we're all just fucking sitting around watching Squid Game.
Well, I'm listening to you and I'm thinking about the friends that I made here in Tucson, and all of them are older and all of them have kids who are like in their 20s and the kids are in other states. So we 2 weeks ago we went camping together. We get together and we have
friends, by the way. How do you meet new friends in a new city?
Okay, these friends I just met in a parking lot.
That's right. I remember the parking lot friends. That you like, someone had a jujitsu shirt on?
One of the guys had a Krav Maga shirt, and Avi and I just started talking to him, and he was with his Krav Maga instructor who was visiting him. Long story short, he invited us over for pizza later that day, and the other couples that we're friends with were there, and we just hit it off.
Great. This is shirts bringing people together. It really is about that. That's the way to like advertise what you're into to find people with interests like yours.
It's an icebreaker.
It really is the key. No one ever says anything about my Taylor Swift shirts when I'm out in public. They must think I'm like wearing my daughter's shirt or something. I never get. All I'm trying to do is attract Swifties. All I'm trying to do. I would love to find a St. Louis friend who wants to just talk about Taylor Swift and talk about speculation, just like speculate about her life, talk about her life in ways that we have no business doing because she's a famous person. Like last night, I kind of got some of my friends here who are following me around with cameras. I kind of got them into some like, online. There's a whole, I can't even go into it. There's a whole, the Swifties are split into different camps. And I can't get into it because I don't want to ostracize myself from the Swifties because I find that I'm part of both camps and you can't really be in both camps. And neither are against Taylor. But there's a very controversial theory out there regarding Taylor that I'm not even going to get into because it's none of my business. But God, do I want it to be a thing. And it's, it's just us speculating about her personal life and also reading into her lyrics. And being like, and these people are such sleuths. I love sleuths. These people, I went on a real dark hole yesterday of sleuthing about, and again, I don't even want to bring attention to it because it's like none of my business and I don't want other people to when I go on this de moi Reddit group discussion, and I've talked about it before, these are people that are very obsessed with celebrities and have strong opinions, and the Reddit thread is always like, who do you hate the most? Who's someone that de moi has made you hate? And it's, de moi, if you don't know, it's all just hearsay about celebrities, like people being like, I saw Nikki Glaser. I mean, they've only mentioned me once or twice, and it's been, and
it's
not
it's regular
the nicest thing, but
it's regular people contributing, right?
Yes, but publicists, because they know that Deuxmoi is so huge, publicists will pose as regular people, or celebrities will get their friends to write in as regular people to be like, I could get someone to write in and go like, I saw Nikki Glaser at Starbucks and she was so nice to everyone and gave everyone $100 tip. Like I could do something and have someone go, hey, will you write in and like say what an angel I was? So I read everything with a little bit of like, a publicist is writing this. But then there's all the dirt though, you think, oh, that must be true. But there's a lot of positive stories, a lot of negative stories. But they're just the people, I can't read these subreddits because these people who are obsessed with these celebrities have such strong opinions about them. They don't know them. And I went through this one like wormhole yesterday that came from me going through this subreddit about Jamila, what's her name? Jamila. I always fuck up her name. Jamila. I always feel like that isn't it because it just is such a cool name. Yeah. Jamila, who I did her podcast and I freaking loved her. And I think she's the real deal. I don't think any of this one girl tried to like expose her as like a liar and like she has Munchausen's disease and she just like claims to be sick all the time or whatever. And it's like, first of all, her sleuthing was interesting to see the how much she consumed of Jamila, who's someone she's trying to take down. She had to listen to all these podcasts and like Google all these things and read all this stuff. And it's kind of like the Hilaria Baldwin takedown, where it took one person to go, hey, I've noticed some inconsistencies within this and this, and let me bring light to this. And I read this whole thing about they claim that Jamila is like a liar and has claimed all these things, and Jamila responded and then says, and wrote this girl, DM'd this girl being like, here's the facts. And then the girl who was the one that did this whole Instagram story about why Jamila's a liar with all of this, like, here's this evidence. And then Jamila's trying to DM her to like explain stuff. And the girl goes, oh my God, you guys, she's still DMing me. It's been 7 hours and I'm not even responding anymore. She's crazy. It's like, will you show us what she wrote to you? How about that? Can we get her side of it? I don't know. I just feel like they can't win. And then it's so funny because on Deux Mois, this thing, they go, oh, whose opinion has Deux Mois changed about you? Like for you. And someone will go, Anna Kendrick. I used to like her. Now I don't. And someone goes, oh no, I love her. Now I'll hate her. And it's like, why? What? Just because one person who might have read something wrong hates her? Like, what are you basing this off of? Did you watch the new Britney doc?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. It's actually really good. There's parts that I'm just like annoyed by. The two women that did the documentary, they're like journalists who have written about her in the past and are kind of obsessed with her. And the way they kind of like every documentary has to have a way of framing and setting it up and filling time kind of and delivering information instead of just making you read captions or like, putting up black screens and having like font fade in and out. So these two women who already know what they're saying, they kind of act like they're like, now read the last page here. And it's like, no, you guys already know what, don't act like you're reading this being like, wait, you're telling me she was working 30 hours a day and they said that she couldn't take, now read the next thing. And it's like, you guys highlighted the stuff before the scene took place. Don't act like it's like, just present it to us like, hey, we have some interesting stuff. Don't act like you're both like showing each other and I hate when I listen to a podcast and two hosts have been like, they're delivering some podcast about, I don't know, aliens or some murder podcast. And they're like, and you know what he did next? And they're like, what? And I'm like, just say, guess what he did next? Oh, it's incredible. Listen to this. Like, just talk to us like you both know. Stop this, fakeness. But the documentary is really good, Noah. I felt like I knew most of the Britney Spears saga and like what was going on. This obviously is from the lens of like pro Britney, but I mean, for this girl to lose her autonomy over her own life, yet still be put to work as much as she was working, right after she got all of her rights taken from her to, have more than $100 at a time, like just ridiculous things. I don't know if that's like the right amount, but just everything was given to her dad. And everyone in the documentary who had anything to say about her dad was like, nope, not worth it. Not going to go there. I don't want to say anything. And it's just like, whoa, what the fuck? We don't get any info on her dad. But what I did find was like right after the conservatorship went into place, she was on How I Met Your Mother acting. And it's like the conservatorships are for people that are like Terry Shivos, like that have no ability, dementia, and why is she on How I Met Your Mother learning lines and delivering them, and she's also can't go to an ATM for herself? That doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm glad she's free now.
She has a song called "I'm a Slave for You." I wonder.
Yeah.
Like
whoa. Yeah, I bet
if that's about
her dad had her perform that for him every night. But yeah, I know I may be young, but I got feelings too. And I need to do what I feel like doing. So just let me go and just listen. All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. That music video was so sexy. I mean, her up against the wall. Just remember her waist to hip ratio was spot on and definitely contributed to some of my body dysmorphia. Not her fault. Not her fault. It's the media's fault. But also we need the media. Oh, what are we going to do? Kerstin is on the show later today, back by popular demand and my demand and Andrew's. I finished up Love on the Spectrum last night. Noah, have you gotten into it? It's okay if you haven't.
I'm going to have to binge it. Mm-hmm. Wait, what was your overall take from Love on the Spectrum after finishing it?
Thank you for asking. My overall take is that I need people with autism in my life because they remind me of, they are just so, they don't have any ulterior motives. They're just so pure, and that and they're so honest, and I love that just right away. Like, it just made me realize, like, I need to open my life up to more different kinds of people, or kind of, people that I would maybe say have disabilities that have intimidated me before, because I'm like, I'm going to say the wrong thing, and I don't know, I just don't know. Like, I had a man with autism or some kind of mental struggle, difficulty come to the show in Des Moines, and he was there with like his neurotypical sister or friend, and you could tell that there was something different about this guy, but he was just I just felt like for the first time, I don't know what my problem is. I've always felt like it's the same kind of anxiety I have around children, that I'm going to say the wrong thing, that I'm going to either talk down to them or treat them too similar, that people are like, Nikki, you can't talk to someone like that. You need to handle them nicer. Like, I can't strike a balance. I wonder if anyone relates to me with this, of like getting nervous around mentally disabled people, because I don't want to baby them, and I don't want to act like they're normal either, because that's, in denial of what they go through. So, but I think Love on the Spectrum has taught me that I want to get in there. I want to talk to everyone. And this guy was so sweet, and he came up and he was just thanked me for the show. And I just felt like I want to stop the line. Like, I just want to talk to this guy forever, because he was just he had so many fun, like, non sequitur things to share with me. So many celebrities he's friends with from Twitter. He was just dropping all these names. He wanted me to sign all these things. I just felt like I had so much more to talk to him about than anyone else, because there was no other, like, he wasn't nervous. There was no me taking care of his feelings outside of what he was saying. It was just in the moment. Let's do this. You like my show. You thought I'm he was just saying things like, you're one cool chick. And I'm like, you're one cool guy. Like, it was just like, I don't know. It was just mutual love. There was no like talking down. There was just, I was for the first time ever truly like felt in my element in talking to this guy and making him feel exactly what he was, which is special in the best kind of way, and not being like, I don't know. Do you ever get nervous around kids or like people with like developmental issues?
Sure, of course. I don't want to act dismissive or, like, same concern as you.
Overly like, hi, how are you? Like, you don't want to do that either.
Right. Yeah. I don't even talk to kids like that. I think it's better to talk to kids like just regular people.
But people think that's weird, Noah. I mean, I have people look at me like, why are you asking that kid, like, what's up? Or like, do you come here often? I'm like, I don't know. Does he?
Well, I'm in your crew, so I think exactly.
I think
like
it is
you.
better to talk to kids. But I was talking about this weekend before I bring Andrew in, about like, what do you say to kids? What are some good lines? Because I was talking to Andrew's really good with kids. My friend Chris is really good with kids. And I'm like, what do you say to them? And they said, act like everything they do is like really fast or really strong. Like if they shake your hand, you'd be like, ow, my hand. Like, or you go, how old are you? And they say their age and you go, no, I thought you were 24. Like, just pick a crazy, like, always do something like bigger, or like, whoa, I bet you can run really fast. I'm like, oh, those are some good tips. I need like tips to talk to kids. Like, I'm fucking kidnapper. I mean, the funniest story though was my dad was talking about how he was almost kidnapped as a child. And there was this guy that had a van that was going around the neighborhood in the 60s, early, mid 60s. And this guy had a radio in his car and he was listening to a baseball game, and he said to my dad, yeah, come here, little kid. My dad's like hanging in the door of the car, just like, what's up? And the guy's like, I have a bunch of fun baseball stuff at home. Do you want to come in the car? I got like so many. You want to go play baseball? Like, if you like baseball, he was trying to lure him in with like promising him to meet baseball people or like some kind of baseball treat, because all boys love baseball. My dad just goes, no, I don't really like baseball. And he left. And it's like, my dad not liking baseball is the reason I exist today. So I'm going to continue that streak and not really give a shit about sports. Let's get Andrew in here. Andrew!
Jack.
What up, Andrew?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to start the show where there's still action going on.
What if I just sound like this the whole time?
I mean, whatever's comfortable for you, bro.
So, what's going on?
I mean, I don't mind it.
He's down on bended
we
knee.
always sit in the same way.
Yeah.
Might as well switch it up.
I mean,
you never see a news reporter like, so
behind.
A man escaped from the zoo or whatever. Man escaped from zoo. Panda still looking for him.
So not only is he facing backwards,
Yeah.
the story has to be backwards
Yeah,
too.
more at 6, or should I say 9 upside down? It kind of feels fun to
so
get up,
funny.
actually.
How are you? How'd you sleep?
I slept okay, to be honest. It was a tough sleep. When someone writes, can we talk tomorrow?
Oof, not a good sleep on sitting on a text like that.
I can't. My brain is not a good talk tomorrow brain.
Yeah.
It's like when you
Your
get a
brain
text,
needs to
hey,
just-
call me right away, and then they don't answer.
Are you sitting down for this? All these kind of like, talk tomorrow is always like, could mean we're breaking up. But sometimes it means I just don't want to talk right now. I can't. I have canker sores in my mouth, or like it could just mean I don't feel good. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
But it could be, you might need, like, maybe you just need more hand holding. Like, whenever I'm now in conflict with the person that I'm kind of dating, I always just ask them to say before, if they're mad at me and we're not ready to talk about it, to just say, we're not breaking up because of this. Just give me that. I need that.
That's what I did. I wrote last night. I was just like, okay, now I'm worried. And she goes, don't worry. It's not.
Yeah.
And then that made me still not be able to sleep. But
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking the worst, and I was thinking like what could have happened differently the last couple of days with whatever, you know. And it's just, I don't know. It's just like stressful to try to like balance things, and I'm not really good at it. I'm very like, as you know, I procrastinate. If I do anything, it tends to be last second. And so when you date someone and that's your mentality with life, and it's just like, go with the flow, dude, and like whatever. A lot of people aren't like that, and it's hard to communicate like where I'm coming from, or so I don't know. It's just tough, you know.
So you think planning would have prevented this?
Not yesterday. No, that wasn't enough. But you know, just communication maybe could have been better.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like, I try. I just was sad.
You just try your best, and that's
Yeah.
all you can do, and say, next time, here's what I'll do differently, and
Yeah.
here's what I wish I would have done this last time.
And what was out of my control and what was actually in my control.
I mean, lots was out of your control. And, you know, sometimes someone is just upset, and they're, and no amount of you apologizing is going to make them go, yeah, it's fine. Like, they're just going to they just need to be upset. And because I think I'm just projecting, but a lot of times I just want to be like, hey, I'm sorry about this. And then I want them to be like, yeah, it sucks, but it's okay. And they're just not going to give you that. They're just going to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just like, will you forgive me and we can move on and you can be
I know.
nice.
Even if they have a right to still be upset, I'm just like, because for me, you know, you project what you would do. So like, if someone was like, hey, can you not be upset? I was like, should I be okay? Yeah, I'm cool now. Like, even maybe, but you know, that could be bad too, because then you store it somewhere and maybe you're not fully cool, and then you're pretending to be cool, and then 3 months later you go, hey, by the way, I was never cool with that, so now I want to blow everything up. So
no, everyone needs different times to cool down, and I'm just someone who's like, okay, now, like, forgive me now, like, know that I'm sorry. But I still don't understand why people can't accept sorries if it's like a real heartfelt sorry, and can't just be like, I forgive you, like, I'm just a little like. Because I think our nervous system, when you go through something where you're mad at someone or feeling like belittled or attacked or alienated or whatever it is, you get so traumatized by it that just someone going, I'm sorry, and like even really meaning it, and you know they mean it, it's just not enough to calm down from what your nervous system just went through. And so you still need like, let's talk tomorrow.
Yes. And then, yeah. And look, it is tough for me to be like, yeah, we'll give it a couple days, let it calm down. It's like, but why can't you calm down now? Because this is the time we're living in, and why can't we look at positives instead of negatives and like all this shit?
Yeah.
But whatever. So I didn't sleep that well. But, you know, I'm excited for this weekend. I'm getting to see my dad for the first time in months.
Oh my God. Yes,
And
in Charleston.
In Charleston, we're going to Kiowa. It's a golf trip.
He's coming to Charleston. Is he going to go to our shows?
I think he's going to go to Charleston show or Durham. I don't know. I got to call him.
Raleigh
Today.
Is he going to have his Airstream?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, not the Airstream, but the Sprinter van. I don't know if he's going to drive up or not. He
doesn't fly though.
Yeah, he doesn't love flying.
So you don't know how he's getting there?
I'm going to talk to him today.
Yeah.
I need to call him back. It's been 2 days.
But he's coming to Charleston, or like. But then you're staying on.
Yeah, we're going to Kiowa with my older brother.
What's Kiowa?
It's this like island golf course like resort area, I guess. And my older brother's coming, my younger brother, who I don't see, and we're all having this golf trip, and we're gonna do teams. And you know, my dad was a big golfer, so it's like you know how much I've been playing.
Are you so excited to show off? Oh
I
my God,
am,
you're
but
a
I'm
different
like,
golfer.
but I've worked so hard that if I play shitty, because my older brother hasn't bought new clubs in like 8 years, and I feel like he's gonna win, and it's gonna be so demoralizing.
No, you're gonna whoop their butts. But like the thing is, if you don't, do you have a plan for like how to feel and like that?
Yeah,
you're
I'll
not
get
gonna
into
let it define
tennis
you.
after.
Yeah.
No, it's funny with rivalry. You know, we all have it, sibling rivalry, and we're all pretty cool about like we're competitive, but we're not like fuck you competitive.
Right. Okay.
But you know, I'm really just looking forward to just spending time with them, and we've been talking.
So
you know, this is
fun.
what
I
happens.
wish I had a sport to share with my. I guess we do skiing, but
Yeah, like your dad gets older, and you're like, okay, how many? You know, my dad was sick a few years ago, and it's like, and we keep planning this trip, and you could put off a trip very easily.
who planned this? Older brother.
My little brother.
Oh, wow.
Because he lives in Durham, and we were talking about it forever, and then it just kind of, you know, us being on tour, going through North Carolina, just kind of, or South Carolina at that point, but kind of just worked out to just schedule around that, and so, yeah, I mean, you could put this off, and
Are you guys
too
sleeping
late.
together, or are you getting separate hotel rooms?
I think we're getting an Airbnb house,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, I'm gonna
Maybe talk about some serious stuff.
maybe.
Maybe to get some stories from your dad's life that you never got. You know, like just get one or two.
Yeah, the only
Good
thing I know
stories.
is he was in the newspaper for bowling. I think a
A
235 or something, and yeah, he had a rooster or turkey,
Yeah.
a lot of turkeys in high school, and he was in Collin, Mans, whatever. So like
Yeah.
he had bowling, and then he played college baseball, and he shot he was only batting average was like 95, and so it was like freshman baseball, and so he didn't play again. But he did make the freshman team.
I'm talking about stories.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Though.
Like those are stories, but I want to hear like, you know, the worst trouble he ever got into. Maybe we walk in with some prompts so you can like hear like
that's what we'll do. How about the fans write in questions for
good
my dad?
questions for you. You should actually do an IG like story thing, and then you should be like questions for my dad to get to know him better before he dies. Because listen, we're all going to.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to pass down some of those stories to
I know
your kids?
I know. I mean, I just feel like I don't know.
And by that I
much.
mean the girls you date.
Come on, can we stop doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I joke about Brenna being young, but like you know how I feel about it. And
Yes.
we can joke all day. She is young, but I would recommend anyone in their mid to late 40s date her, and that she should be able to date
I'm
anyone.
not in my mid to late 40s, Nikki. I'm 41 years old. She's 25. She's turning
listen.
26 in 2 months. That's not that long. It's a driver's license away.
Yes, she is younger than you, but you wouldn't know it. She does have an old soul, and I give guys shit about that for saying they love their girlfriend because of an old soul. The problem is, I just don't want to hear that's the thing you love about her most. And
Yes.
It's like she also has a body of a 25-year-old, which is also awesome too.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Yes.
I picked up her pants. I folded her laundry, and I swear to God, I thought it was a Barbie doll. Like, it's so tiny. I know. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, it's hilarious how little
so
girl
tiny.
pants
She's
are.
so tiny.
I'm just folding them. It takes one little. Oh, they're
Oh
folded.
yeah, like her
They're
jeans,
folded.
especially when there's a stretch in them, and she's already like just a petite girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're folding her like leggings, you mean? Oh my God, they're probably
It's just like her little like she has shorts, like biker shorts.
yes. Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, does this come with a Ken car? Like, it just felt like a little tiny. My hands felt gigantic. I was like, "Argh."
Yes.
I mean, it's so funny folding
And
girls'
it's the
clothes.
smallest amount of fabric at Lululemon to buy like a size. She's probably like a size 0 at Lululemon, and it's like probably $60 for this little piece of fabric that women. But I guess it would be mean to charge more if you were bigger. That would be a big problem,
Yes, it would be huge.
even though it's more fabric and it should cost more.
Does it not? No, they couldn't do that.
It literally does cost them more because fabric equals
yes,
more.
Yes.
And more like stitching, there's like more to do, but they don't charge more. And
I
they
guess the
shouldn't.
difference. Yes, it adds
Glad
up.
they don't.
It adds up.
Everything adds up.
But it's not like the difference between like a compact car versus a 4-door
Did you see
SUV.
that? Did I send
you know
you
what
that
I mean?
Tesla video?
No.
Where this girl is, I don't know if she identifies as a woman, but she's like a woman that works in like a person who works in a auto shop, and she's on TikTok, and she's like, listen, Elon Musk, good job on making an affordable, environmentally friendly car, but this car is a piece of shit, honestly. The construction is worthless. And she just walks you around and all of the errors with the Tesla. She talked me out of buying a Tesla. I hate when things don't match up. Like, it's really wide here, and then this space over here is really short. It looks poorly constructed.
It looks like a 4-year-old put together a Lego car and was like, no, this piece is fine here.
Yeah, your child voice is the same as your dad's voice.
No, my dad's...
No,
like
you
Drew.
don't.
No, I go Drew. That's my mom's voice. My mom is over here.
That's the same voice as the child you just did.
Yes.
Like, do child.
No, but you said it was the same as my dad. My dad is here. My dad is, yo, Drew. Hey, Drew. Hey.
No, sometimes you go,
No, that's my mom. That's my mom.
Wait, do you do an impression in your act of your dad? Is there any joke that you have your dad? Which one?
When he's like, when he goes, Bubblicious.
What does he say?
He wrote Bubblicious.
Oh, like
when
about
he's talking about my stepmom
but no,
and the
you just
bubbles.
say he wrote Bubblicious. You don't say his voice.
Oh yeah, I used to do. Oh yeah, when my dad, the single joke about sleeping in the. He goes, hey Drew, you're single. You mind sleeping in the pantry?
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah,
next
your
to the
dad
canned
does sound
goods.
like a
Hey, next to
Sopranos
the canned goods, you
character.
son of a bitch. I'll put a fucking 45 in your mouth.
I love that famous face. Let's get Kerstin in here.
That's what my dad said.
Kerstin! Yeah, his dad one time on FaceTime was like, oh, let me talk to Nikki. Let me see that famous face. And Andrew was mortified. I
No,
loved
it's how
it.
he said it, though. He goes, let me see that famous face.
It's how-
And he grabbed the phone. He goes, oh, there's the famous
That is the
face.
cutest thing I could ever hear. I mean, I love it.
I love that our dads get excited over Nikki. Like, my dad's tone also changes.
Aww.
Well, he's just happy she's paying me money and he doesn't have to anymore.
No, they love me. Yeah, pick that up. That's good. Did you just paint your nails?
Right when you screamed my name, I was like finishing the toe. I was like, hold on.
Why did you think it was... Hold on.
Hold on, little girl.
Kirsten was painting her toenails. She's
Look how
quietly,
she's sitting right now. I
slowly-
could never even sit like this. This is
She's doing like a frog squat. What is that called in yoga?
This is called
The frog.
it's called
Oh,
airing
no.
out your
Look
vagina
at, wait,
on the
just
floor.
it's looped there. It's looped on the headphones. It's looped on the headphones. No. Okay.
She's figuring out wires right now. Sorry, folks. It's a wire situation here.
All right. The wire.
Welcome to The Wire, where a girl does a frog squat while trying to figure out
Okay.
crime.
Pick up your.
Wouldn't it be funny? A yoga teacher is also fights crime, but they like.
Hi.
Hi, Kirsten. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi,
Hi.
guys.
Everyone's happy to have you back, including me, Noah, and Andrew.
Yay.
And I'm assuming our listeners, even though they haven't heard this yet live,
so.
but
No, they love her.
They love her.
What's not to love? She's
What
a
isn't
fantastic
to
person.
love?
I
She
mean,
really
there's a
is.
few things that I could tell you.
yeah, let's start listing them because I really cannot find a flaw.
Am I
in
being
this.
roasted?
You're getting
Right
roasted,
now?
bitch.
I love
Right.
the smell of nail polish.
Yeah, I was just organizing. What's not to love? I was in your bathroom organizing your
Is this mine?
drawer. Yeah, and I was trying
Yeah,
to
that's
throw.
that's a good color. It's like
It's a T-Swift.
it's Taylor Swift color. Yeah,
totally.
It's so cute.
Anyways, I thought I'd slap it on real quick, and then you're like, Kerstin, and my pinky toe. I was like, one more.
I know. Kirsten did an impression of me yesterday, and it hurt my feelings
Oh, can
so
we
much.
hear it? Please
No,
hear it. Let's
can
do
I
it,
just
do it,
say?
do it, do it, do it.
Hold on.
Hold on.
It was. Let me just say, much like when I get roasted on the roast, I hope you choke on whatever little piece of whisker you just inhaled by mocking my tone.
I do inhale whiskers a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, my face
I mean,
falls
I would-
apart into my mouth.
But Kirsten did an impression of me that was like a physical one. We'll have you do it in a second. And the fact that the people following me around with cameras, they were in the other room watching it. And then we cut, and then they came in. And one of them remarked and said, oh my God, we were all just watching that. Like, oh my God, that's Nikki. We're watching Nikki. And I was I was secretly so hurt because
I
it's like,
know.
it's the way that people, I don't mind an impression and everyone going like, it's funny. But when people are like, I mean, that's just you. And it's like a caricature. It's like when it's supposed to be this over the top impression. And they're like, I mean, that's just you. And it's like, Well, guess what? Because I move like that and I'm fast and hasty, it's why you all fucking have a job right now. Because if I moved like a
Commander.
a baleen whale that was breaching in the sea, no one would have a job. None of us would be here. The fact that I move like this is also why I'm single and everyone can make fun of me, and I'm also a bad person to be around sometimes. But it's also the reason we're all here.
Well, you move real jagged.
I know I'm a jagged little pill.
No, you just go so fast. It's unbelievable. And it's in like a really cool and endearing way. Like,
God.
Can we
I
see this
swear.
thing? Can we see the impression?
Yeah, do the
I don't know
impression.
how to do it right here.
Just
Grab something.
okay. Here,
Or
I
Kirsten,
gotta come
grab
in
the
again.
llama or like.
Can I take this off?
go get my makeup bag and you
Okay.
can take that off. Yes. Okay, she's gonna.
moves
but
real
make sure,
jagged.
Kirsten, you move like in front of. Keep it here so the camera can get you. You know what I'm saying?
Can we
'Cause
rewrite the song "Move Like Jagger"? But
She's got the
move-
moves like Nikki.
Or moves real jagged.
Got those moves real jagged. She's got those moves real jagged. She don't need no time to. I mean, I don't even know what I would say for myself. I don't know why I moved like that. We were watching old clips of myself that Kirsten's mom took
Yeah, and you were moving jagged.
I move like Jagger. I've got those moves like Jagger. That's one of my least favorite songs, by the way.
Yeah, it feels like a commercial.
Yes.
A lot of, you know what I mean? Like they were like, oh yeah, that-
Like a rock. I never knew that
Yes.
song was not a commercial song. I didn't know that was. When I hear that, like, okay, here comes Nikki.
hey, hey Nikki, hey, we got to get to the airport. Yeah, just put some stuff together.
Kerstin, are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, Nick.
Where's the microphone? Is Noah on? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, are you almost ready to podcast?
Me?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm talking to Nikki right now.
Yeah,
Hey.
I mean, like 10 seconds. I just need like 5 minutes.
I know, but the podcast was
okay.
supposed to start a little while ago.
Yeah. Are you?
I was gonna be carrying like 10 of these, and it would have
10 Zevias.
No, don't get out of here.
So Nikki,
I don't know.
how's your day going?
I mean, it's fine. Like, I just like need like 2 minutes. Like, it's like, hold on, where is my canker?
What do you have to
I
do
don't know
today?
where your canker sore cream is.
Kirsten,
what do you have to do
Kirsten,
today?
can you get Luigi's leash?
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Andrew!
What? I'm trying to fucking work on my golf swing.
I feel just like I'm being mean right now,
It's
but
okay.
No,
I can take it. I can take it.
But the thing
Lean
is,
in.
you get so much
thing
stuff
is-
done.
Yeah.
And
I like this new set. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
She
now I
gets
have
so
to clean
much.
it up.
She does get so
you
much
get so
done.
much stuff done in so little time, and you are efficient, and you command the.
Okay, how am I supposed to move? Like, I just don't. I mean, I don't know how. I sometimes I try to just move. Like, this is the way Kirsten would put away brushes. Okay, let me do this here for the camera. Like, she would just go,
No.
and then she would put them each in their sleeve, like individually, like this, and like slide them in, and then.
Okay, now you do you.
And then this is Kirsten zipping,
Can I actually do it and show you? No.
and I would just go
Yeah, there we
like
go.
that.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
Kirsten would go.
No. Give it to me.
It's just a different. It's a different style.
No, I move in a way that it's like I try to be really fast, but I also if
You do it like vinyasa yoga, like flowing.
if I
Everything's
go
flowing.
too fast and too like out of control, then it makes me think, oh my god. Like if I just go here, this is the same speed.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty much getting exactly the same done.
No. You aren't. Okay. Well, that was pretty efficient. But
Was that pretty? Was that
even
smooth?
Anya, when she's on her phone, this is my impression of like Anya on her phone versus
Yeah.
me. So this is me on my phone. I'm just gonna give for the audio listeners. You can watch this on YouTube, but I'll do clicks for this. So I'll go like I'll just swipe up and then
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Like I'm just like I use both my thumbs active. Anya will go with her finger, like gently, like swipe, swipe, swipe.
Gentle. Oh, wow.
Pressing each button, like there's a press. I just go tap. Anya will like press and then press.
How do you type on a keyboard? What are you like on a laptop?
Oh wait, you want to watch something? Watch me blindly type on my text. Okay,
I
tell
got
me
it.
what to text. I'm gonna stare at you. I'm gonna look this way.
Headed to Starbucks. Can
I
you
just
put in a
wanna-
mobile
Headed to
order?
Can I
Starbucks,
look
you-
at the first letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Headed to Starbucks. I'm putting a mobile order in. What do you want?
That's such a real text you would get. Andrew knew right away.
I mean, your thumbs are your right thumb is something else.
Headed to Starbucks. I'm putting a mobile order in. What do you want? Boom. No looking. That's pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
very good.
So don't tell me I can't text and drive. I'm just kidding. I don't text and drive.
I
Dad.
like your movements, Nikki. I think it makes you
Oh,
unique and awesome.
you know what?
No,
I am
do.
who I am. I can't fight it. You know what? It's like it's like Love on the Spectrum. I can't help who I am. I'm that girl on Love on the Spectrum who talks like this.
Oh yeah. Hey guys, I just having a good day.
She's just like.
But do you find
That's who I am.
that you might either A, forget something because you're moving so fast at the last second, or you have to do something twice because you don't do it right the first time because you're going too fast?
The times that I do forget things and the times that I do overlook things is I get more done than the average person. There are times where things slip my mind, but I think that those times I either make do without the thing I forgot, or I just go back and get it. And I don't, in the end, I'm saving time by moving fast. And it's not because I'm in a rush. It's because that's just like how I like to move. And when I watch people like tapping and putting in orders, like,
Yes.
I just, and listen, if someone like me who classically is a very fast person and is always like, there was a question on that 16 personalities test that we were talking about. That was like, do you frequently get impatient with people? Andrew was asking me the question, and I just go, yes, before he even finished the question. So if someone like that can meditate and sit for 20 minutes still and meditate, you can too. So like I can slow down. I don't like yoga. I don't like slow exercises. I like being fast, but I can slow down.
I feel like it's all the way one way or all the way the other way.
Yeah.
But I'm with you too. I do the same kind of shit. Like I'm very, I've left my suitcase. I ran away in a taxi. I came to New York to visit family. I just ran away from my own suitcase and lost my suitcase. Like it's ADD, probably similar to stuff like that. But like I do plenty of things. Lately, I've been able to slow down. I think Zoloft helps a lot for that.
Yeah. Is there anything though that like this is one of the things of my personality that I wish I could just. I'm glad. Honestly, now I'm fine with it, and I know that I get that people benefit from me, and I benefit from me moving the way I am. And I'm not doing it to be a bad person. I'm just am the way I am. I can't help it. But is there anything like it used to be like the thing I was most ashamed of like, why can't I just be graceful? Like no one's ever described me as graceful except one person. And I like will never forget. It just was like, I laughed at their face because I was like, that is so funny. No, that's the last thing ever to be described.
You could act great. You're a good enough actor, impersonator but it would feel like you're acting as someone that's being graceful.
Like you were really graceful on F-Boy when you were hosting. Like you would stand up and like, here
I felt
am.
naturally like, because I was like the commander of that show. So I felt like I need to show poise and, directness.
So it's in you. It's
It
just
is.
not your natural state.
Right. And so I don't feel as comfortable doing it. In F-Boy, it was comfortable because it was what I needed to do for that moment. So like what I need to do for a moment feels natural, but or for the role. However, is there anything that you guys can think of that like about your own selves that you're like, God, if I could change this thing about myself? I feel like my whole life has been like, I wish I could just not be this way and that way and that. And I'm just wondering, is it just me?
No, everyone has that, and even the people that you perceive
And not physical things.
that you perceive as graceful had to work on being graceful.
Well, Audrey
like,
Hepburn, I was looking at on Reddit, and they were just showing like pictures of her, like her last photo. I follow this.
and is she like?
I follow like this, subreddit
how she
called
died.
Last Images, and it's like the last picture of people before they die. And even that, she was just like, like her cheekbones were just sucked in, and she was and her hair's pulled back like a ballerina. She just looked graceful, and I'm just like, God, even when she was just rickety and old, she still looked like graceful. And there's something about not being graceful that's not like you're not a woman, and that's why I feel.
Yeah, but I love when women don't. There's something
Brenda's
about
graceful.
but there's like a bouginess to graceful that I don't really find attractive. Like I kind of like a girl that you feel like would roll around in the mud and. like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like isn't too like
Is there anything about your personality
pompous?
Yeah.
What about the fact that you leave
I-
on your mask
first off-
when you're on a show?
Oh my gosh, it's on. Oh,
It's okay.
It's worse that it's the mask I found in your drawer to throw away, and I pulled it out of the trash to do the example of what you. I was like, I need a mask because you.
I
always
think
have
that's the one I
mask.
gave you to use as a poop bag yesterday for Lou.
This was in the drawer, and I found it. Anyways, I would say that like I have to be a certain way for work to look. Like if people see me, like I'm training all day, if they see me coming in, like greeting my next client, like, hey, hold on, oh my god, okay, hold on, fuck, where's me? Okay, wait, next thing we're gonna do. Get my iPad. Okay, go. I got this. But like you're behind the scenes, you can do that, and no one is gonna judge you. But I need to appear like even
But you're
though
not
when I'm
that
busy.
way naturally. I don't feel.
But no, when I have like 1 minute to run and go pee and go get a snack and run back and grab my next client and be like, hey, calm and present. I have to be like, if I bring that energy into the next hour and be like,
I'm doing
fuck,
this
here I am.
behavior around people all the time that are working for me.
No,
and
but-
kind of like I'm supposed to be.
But
leading.
you're not supposed to be like a calm, present, like teacher for an hour. Or something.
Right. Okay,
It's like
that makes
people are
sense.
paying for me to show up.
I
and
wasn't
be-
asking if you have that, but like, do you have anything about your personality that you're like, God, I wish it's just the way I am?
Well, I've overcome the fact that I'm like a total spaz.
What do you mean by you're a total spaz?
Like I always wished I wouldn't be one of those like how do I explain it? Like a girl who's just like kind of just cool and coy and like beautiful versus like like doing like faces and
Yes, funny.
or maybe
a girl
being
that's
like
funny.
My face is really animated and like I've been called like, oh, you look like a cartoon character, and it's like don't know how to. I'd rather look like, oh, you look like a supermodel, but that's not me. I don't know. If
Yes.
I don't want to change that, but in the past I have like had to battle with. That's just who I am.
That people are always going to laugh at things that you're not even trying to be funny. You're just trying to describe your day, and
Like
someone will
you're so weird and
You're so quirky.
You're so random.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like it's kind of a compliment, I guess.
I've gotten spaz so much too, and
Yeah.
it just means it comes off as like you're crazy and
Yeah.
unladylike.
And when people say you're like all over, like, whoa, you're like here and there and all over, it's like I try to reel it in, but I don't know. I just don't want to confuse people, like especially like at work when I'm supposed to be professional. Like I don't want to like be a confusing
Funny, you
communicator.
guys are like, I wish I was more ladylike, and then part of me is like, I wish I was more, I guess, manly. Like I could build stuff and like want to do it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing. It's like
I
you
don't
could.
want to do. Yes, there's a lot of things. Even though the whole like measure twice, cut once, I'm more of a cut once and then leave it and then move out. You know,
Yeah,
But,
measure
you know what
with your eye.
yeah, yeah.
Wing it
I
once and cut
I remember
your finger off.
I worked for my brother, and we were working in this factory, and for some reason we had to paint cages. So then he like gave you whatever they wanted, like more brightness to know where things are.
Got
to,
it,
Like
yes.
to organize, because that was the whole thing, to organize factories. And so they're like, here's some red paint. Go paint that cage. And I started like, oh, you know, and then by the end of it, I had paint all over me, and the floor had paint on it, and there was paint on the wall. Like it was just like,
Have you ever used a Sharpie marker? And I'm like, how did this get on my ass crack? Like, how did this bleed everywhere? Like, I can't use a marker without it all down my arm, all over my body, underneath my clothing. I'm like,
Well, I'm a
why can't I
lefty.
just use my hand and like be gentle?
Dude,
Even the way I write is just chaotic. We got to get to the news.
they call me Crumbs, you know.
They do call you crumbs.
All right,
They
then-
do call you crumbs.
They do call me Crumbs.
I just cleaned them all up, by the way.
What's that?
I just cleaned up all those crumbs out there.
Oh, thanks.
thank
I
you.
appreciate that. All the
like
swells to you, both of you.
You heard it here first. Yeah, you heard it here first.
I hope you have a great time out there. It's Wednesday. You know what that means, folks. It is a Wednesday. All right. A year ago, a young girl lost her favorite toy, Teddy, while hiking with her family in Glacier National Park. Thanks to a park ranger, she was recently reunited with it. Teddy was no average bear, holding deep significance to her, as he was the first gift she received from her adoptive family before meeting them when she was still in Ethiopian orphanage in 2016.
Oh my God.
Also, the park ranger found it in a snowstorm and put it on his truck's dashboard for about a year. A friend of the family spotted it a year later
Wow.
and let them know.
That's so cute.
What a story. It's like a dog that
What if
lost
she was
its
like
way.
so
or something.
over it by then? She was like, no, I'm into fucking.
TikTok and
Yeah.
fake
Yeah.
eyelashes.
I'm doing MDMA now. Yeah.
That's so adorable. I love the story of like it's kind of like, you know, that's Toy Story. Like
Yeah.
that should be a motion picture where a child loses their bear in Yellowstone Park.
Yeah,
And
where
like
bears
encounters
are.
real bears.
Yes.
I think that is a story. That's a movie.
It is.
It has to be.
I want to buy the rights to that like
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, can we make it about my baby blanket that I still sleep with?
Wait, Bernal?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I
You
almost
sleep with Bernal?
Bernal.
Bernal.
No, its name is Bernal. It's a guy.
Wait,
Because it was
White
like,
blanket.
How old
why
were
is it
you?
called Bernal again?
I don't know. I was
It's
in
such a cute name.
I was like in
It's just
preschool
like
or
Bernal,
kindergarten.
Bernal.
And
It's-
I came home from my neighbor's house and I was like, this is my Bernal. And mom was like, okay. And I still have it.
I always wanted to be one of those kids with like a velveteen rabbit or something that was like, I loved it so much.
You do. It's that pillow you sleep on.
I know now I have one, but as a kid, I always dreamed of it. I would get new stuffed animals and I'd be like, this is it. And then I would just fucking ditch it in a day.
It'd have Sharpie all over. You're like, this is nice.
Honestly, yeah, we had Doodle Bear. We'd write on that thing.
Doodle Bear.
That was a real toy that came with a marker, and you write on it and you throw it in the wash. And
Oh,
then
it's like
comes
a
off.
kid's cast for toys.
Yeah. Did you ever have a velveteen rabbit of sorts?
I guess you would say like we had these like plastic wrestling Hulk Hogan and Ultimate
Oh
Warrior.
yeah, you loved those.
Yeah, and those are pretty nice. Like I slept with those guys, and I think I blew one.
But I wanted a thing like even to suck my thumb. I wanted a kid thing that like
You never had that?
I remember saying
Wait, what?
I wanted, like my friend Sarah
Oh,
Schaefer, my
oh.
friend. She still sucks her thumb as a 40-year-old woman.
Wow.
She just still sucks. It's like a soothing. I wanted to. I don't know why I didn't come up with a soothing technique because I was a stressed out kid.
Your cuticle stuff.
Now I pick at my knee
Yeah.
thing, and then I also pick at my cuticles. But I didn't have that as a kid. I wasn't picking at cuticles.
You didn't like do. I would wake up in the middle of the night. I still do it. Hold on.
What?
And I.
Oh, you would just like
My
rub your
arm is
arm up and down.
and then I just stroke it, and my wrist goes limp, and it just goes like this.
Are you on coke with Andrew back in 2000?
Hey man, I
Four?
looked real
And
hot
then I
back
just go,
then.
and it's like so.
Andrew, when
soothing.
he would do coke, his wrist would get limp,
do your Coke face.
and he'd go up to girls and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
My friend's got a table out in the back.
And you thought it was like the
You want a
hottest
drink?
look. Did you see a picture of yourself or something to see that?
Oh yeah, I have this picture here. I'll show you this picture. I literally have it on my Instagram.
That's
I posted
so-
it the other day with Rusty. You're gonna see it. You're gonna lose your mind because it's exactly what I'm describing.
It's
God, I
funny
always
how like
wanted
when
to-
you're drinking or you're doing something.
God!
Bring it in.
You really did look like that. We got to put that up on the YouTube. Yeah.
How hot am I? And in my mind, I'm going, that guy is fucking.
When did you
psycho."
realize you looked like that? From that picture or when? Like,
No,
did anyone
I
ever
could-
tell you? Go,
I could
hey,
just,
bud.
I could feel it happening, but I couldn't do anything about
But
it.
have you ever had a moment where someone did an impression of you and or said something about you in jest and you go, wait, what? And everyone laughs and you go, I didn't even know I was like that.
Well, you know what? I also did limp wrist when I played football. And people made fun of me. They would see it on the video. We'd watch the video, and they're like, "Wait, look at Colin!" And I would stand like this
Like
when,
up.
like on foot. Like this is the last thing to show how tough you are on a football
It's
field.
like a wrestler's stance. They go like that to begin. It's like always that weird.
I wish.
I hate that.
I called it the raptor. But they're actually the size of a turkey. I don't know if Pittman.
Yeah, well, that's what I learned from Love on the Spectrum. Noah asked me what I learned from that series and upon completion. And I just learned they're the best people.
Yeah.
I love people with autism. I love them.
And now that when they come up to the meet and greet after show, you can see it. I think a little bit more. 'cause
I was just telling about that guy
Yeah.
that I met this weekend, and I was he was almost like, easy, lady. I don't need more friends.
Yeah, the first time he ever made eye contact was to tell you to get away from him. He's like, okay, all right, okay, I was kidding about this autism thing. Lady, get out of here.
I really was like, hi, oh my God. Like, because I could sense it from far off. And his sister was like, this is so-and-so. And I was just like, hi. Like,
He likes spiders and toothpaste.
yeah, that's what they do.
They always like.
That's the funny thing on Love on the Spectrum, Noah, is whenever they introduce a new character, they say, there's this British woman who goes, this is Katie. She hates loud screaming noises. And it'll be like a woman like, yeah, and be like, and doors opening quietly. And also spiders with more than 3 legs. And it's just like, it's very, you can just tell that they ask people in the show, like, what are your likes and what are your dislikes? And it's just a way to intro characters. But then there was this one woman or guy that went on a date with a neurotypical person that did not have autism, and they did the same intro because I go, is this person have autism? And then they did an intro for him of like, this person hates traffic, people being late, and cold coffee.
Yeah, just
and it was
boring.
Like, and I was like, oh wait, we all have those things. That's not
What's
just
yours? What's yours?
Nikki hates 2-lane highways, air shows, and fat men who do daring tricks on diving boards. That's mine. What about you? What's yours?
Wait, what do you like though?
Nikki likes soft-spoken women who remind her of a maternal instinct she didn't get as a child. She likes rice cakes with tofu cream cheese and seaweed snacks with hummus in the middle. I mean, mine is a lot of weird food things. What do you like?
What about you, Kerstin? What do you hate and what do you like?
Kerstin hates staying up too late. Kerstin also hates reading her phone too long. She loves a good cup of hot tea. She also loves doing a nice heavy deadlift.
God, I want to be you. That's all like normal shit.
I'm trying to think about stuff I hate, though.
I love that you like you don't like things that are bad for you and you like things that are good for you. What's yours, Andrew?
Andrew hates this voice because he can do it well.
It's actually kind of cool.
Oh, all right. Well,
That's good, mate.
You sound like you're in one direction.
Andrew hates brushing his teeth more than once a day.
Yeah.
He hates having to put on Recticare with his own finger because then he feels that his butthole is a weird shape. But what does he like? He likes vegan pizza with fake pepperoni. And he also likes playing golf and hitting the balls far and so far where they look like they reach the clouds in the sky.
In the
That guy
sky.
became Irish at the very end.
Clouds
It
in the
turned into, like,
sky.
a James Joyce poem. Okay, Noah, you're
Who's
up.
from Buffalo.
There was a James Joyce fucking mural in Buffalo. And I go, is he from Buffalo, to our driver? And the girl goes, I don't know, maybe. And I was like, I think he must be. Why would they have a big mural to him? And then I looked it up and it's like, he's obviously from Ireland.
I don't know if you've ever been to Buffalo.
Okay, Noah.
Okay.
Noah likes.
Noah likes petting her cat and scooping its poop. It
Oh,
gives
you
her some
do like
sort of
scooping
weird
poop.
comfort.
Ooh.
Okay. What do you
But she
hate?
hates large crowds and figuring out what a yard is.
like the measurement?
The measurement. A friend of mine told me, to meet her 25 yards away from the parking lot, and I'm like, isn't a yard
out
a
of here.
football
kind
field?
of yard. I thought you meant-
Get out of here with yards. Who's using yards? I thought it was metric for a while. It is 3 feet, but like, come on,
Say feet.
Well, what's easier, 25 yards or 75 feet?
75 feet.
Yeah.
75 feet.
Wait,
I
no,
have
you're
no
bad
idea.
at you're bad at distances.
I'm so bad at distances.
Like Noah is the type
proximity.
of person like Carlisle that, driving down the
Oh.
street, it'll be like, the location's a half a mile on the left. And Noah and Carlisle will start braking looking for it. And I'm like, is that a half a mile? And they're like, I don't know what that is.
I guess
Like, what?
I guess it would be better. Wait, would you feel like you would think it's farther if it's at half a mile or 2,800 feet?
The
Oh,
feet.
2,800. It would be the same to me.
Yeah. What about you? Anything?
I don't know, half a mile. I feel like I could run that. So it's like, okay, I could run.
Yeah. That's what Carl always says. He was like,
Like,
Nikki,
start
you
looking for
run.
it.
I don't run, so I don't know what miles
In
are.
half a mile,
I'm like,
slow
but you
down.
also drive, and that's what miles are. All right, let's get to the next news story.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I forgot we were even doing the news.
I mean, I forgot we were doing a podcast.
this is fun.
It is
We're
fun.
just having fun. 3 friends
Kirsten,
hanging
move
out.
on in.
Come on in. I don't give a shit.
I'm here. I got a drawer now in the kitchen. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Okay, an Indonesian woman, fed up, cooks her husband's prize fish after he breaks a promise to clean its tank in protest for his laziness.
Oh, his pet fish?
Yeah.
She ate it?
His dragon fish. He fried
it
it up
up,
and she
and
put
it's
it
a
on
prize winning
TikTok.
fish?
That's
What a fucking bitch.
bad.
Yep.
That's awful.
Okay, but what if
Was it
she
good?
okay, is it about the fish or what if he didn't put his clothes away so she burned his favorite
No,
shirt?
bitch.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I respect
today we cleaned out the refrigerator, or Kerstin, I will say, did, and she was just like, "What about this?" And I'm just like, I just don't want to clean. I don't care. Once something's so moldy, I don't want to touch it, and I just like want to let it sit.
I see
and,
that
like,
as the case.
I'm so grossed out by the smell I might smell when I dump it out. Like
I
I'm
do
stressed
that
out
too.
about throwing away
Yeah.
plastic. So I know that I can't just throw the plastic out together. I have to like open it.
This was very clear when we went through the fridge.
I have stress about that.
I do too. I think that's why we
Will
had
you stop
curry in
eating
there for
three? Will you stop putting away 3 pieces of broccoli that you're not going to eat and
Or
just throw it away
again,
I
instead.
can't believe I got caught on that. That was only a day ago.
And then one
No, there were
tiny,
2 different containers with a lot of little.
Well,
pieces
maybe
of
I go
just,
through
like,
what you go through in because of the step of the recycling. If I could just throw it away, I don't think I would have.
No, but
There's
it's
a
still
guilt
good. It's not
factor.
going to smell when you rinse it out, But
Well,
when
you
leave
killed
it in,
my broccoli, apparently.
I did. It was so gross, and I had to just go when I dumped it out. It was so gross.
So this woman kills the fish.
Yeah.
The guy forgave her, apparently, and is looking in to get another dragonfish, which is the sign of wealth, apparently. So, I mean, maybe they're, sometimes when you get a fish that's $10 that shows a sign of wealth, you're probably poor.
How could you
so it probably
ever
meant a lot to them.
forgive someone for eating your pet? And out of spite too. I
said
think
this
it's
is-
just so anything to do out of spite to be like, I'm gonna make them suffer. Like that's making someone suffer. That isn't like I'm gonna leave in this broccoli to see how long Andrew will let this thing sit. That's not like making you suffer. That's just like I just want to show him how ridiculous this is.
like eating his golf club or something. Be like,
Oh, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Don't you fry up my 9-iron.
Yeah, my dad's sister, she got blamed for something he did. Something happened as a kid where my dad accidentally hit a baseball and hit her in the face. Something accidental, and she was so mad at him. She went and she ripped up all of his comic books, hundreds of comic books that he had saved.
God.
And my dad, has never let that go because it was like those could be collector's items now. It was I had the first Superman and all. Like he was fastidious about them too, collecting them, and she knew they were important, so she went and she tore up all of them. I forget what it was about. It was something so dumb. I mean,
it's like Step Brothers when he puts his balls on the drums, on his brother's drums. Like, it's just egregious and just something you love.
Oh,
like
it makes me
it's
sick to think about someone I love ruining something that I care about would be like the meanest.
what would be the worst for you?
ripping up your Taylor Swift signed poster or something.
Or just maybe I guess my pillow, or just picking something they know I love, that pillow that I love a lot, or something that means a lot to me, stealing a shirt, or ruining
Pulling
something
out your hair.
Oh, my
Oh my
mean,
God!
if any-
oh my God!
out of my life.
That would be-
I would
Would
literally.
you cut up my?
If someone tried to pull out my hair to hurt me, I might murder you. I honestly would be so sad.
So my friend we were talking about earlier, her ex-boyfriend went into her house to get revenge, stole her whoobies, threw them in the dumpster.
I don't know what whoobies are.
Her blankies. Took her blankies, her whoobies, and threw them away. That is unforgivable.
Unforgivable when you
So
when you have
bad.
intent to go, I'm going to take something from this person. It's like when men murder their wives or murder the kids. Just to get back at their ex, and then they, instead of murdering the ex, they go, I'm actually going to make your life way worse than taking it. I'm going to take away the thing that I know you love more than anything. It's just so fucking disgusting. Let's take a quick break and come back with Finish My Sentence. It's Wednesday, so we're going to play Finish My Sentence. Do we have a sound for that?
No, we don't. Not
Okay.
yet.
Finish my sentence.
Oh my gosh, was that Avi?
This is the segment where we have a prompt and then we each finish the sentence for each other. Since there's 4 of us now, I think we're all just going to try for each other and see if we can guess what each other's sentence would sound like. What is the sentence we're doing today, Noah?
My personal hell is.
My personal hell is. All right.
Should we do Kerstin first?
Sure.
Okay. Speaking as Kerstin, my personal hell is not being able to get to a gym or to be able to work out for over 2 weeks.
Ding,
Yes.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you go.
I'll do Kerstin.
100. When I had COVID, that was...
Yes.
Keep going.
My personal hell is yes. I mean, it would be the same thing. Not having access. My personal hell wouldn't be not being able to move my body and having to have a lazy day where I do nothing, no activity with my body, and also having to go to a baby shower.
Oh, I can take a day off, but if it were 1 month, you have to lay in a bed
No, you have
and
to
do
lay
virtual
down all
baby
day.
showers.
You can't walk anywhere.
Oh, that would be hell.
Yeah, and you can't do a
would be-
stretch or something. You can't be oh, you can't do that.
Well, our views just went up.
My leg. No, this is... This is my trick.
Yeah, Kerstin not being able to. I think I can do that too. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah.
I do this in a work meeting, like go up behind the table and just.
I don't think it's that easy for me, but I think I could probably. So Kirstin's leg is behind her shoulder. Hold
Don't
on.
kick me.
I won't kick you. I just want to try it.
Try it. You have jeans on though, so it's harder. Oh, oh my God, yeah.
Hold on. I can do it, I think. There we go.
Over your head? Oh my god.
Over my shoulder. Hold
I
on.
mean, that looks like someone else's leg. Oh,
Sorry.
Okay. My personal hell.
you guys look like you're 11 years old and you're competing right now.
Well, I'm not competing. I
Mine's
just
higher.
No, I know,
thought
not
I could
compete, but
do
you know
it.
what I mean.
Okay.
Mine's more graceful.
But of
Mine's
course
more
it is.
graceful.
It's also higher. My leg is my toe's more pointed, and it's closer to my head.
Okay. I mean,
You're funnier though, and you're
I'm not
famous.
Patricia Pilates over here.
Pilates.
Okay, I am out of breath from that.
It's hard.
and I'm wearing a fanny pack. So many excuses, and like
You are wearing a fanny
You're wearing
pack.
jeans.
I got to keep my Oragels and my fucking canker meds.
Thank God
around
for
my
fanny
waist.
packs, though. Okay.
My personal hell. I'm Andrew. My personal hell is a deadline and having to. My personal hell is having a deadline and like a countdown clock. Oh no, I know it. My personal hell is Nikki telling me that I can't do something when I am already set to do it and I have to change my plans last minute. And my personal hell is working for Nikki Glaser.
You got
Very
there.
personal. Whoa.
No, your personal hell is truly like having people like telling you have to do something or being or asking you to do something without
Without considering stuff. Where if I don't feel like there's consideration.
yeah. It's
Or how they ask.
or having to do something like it's funny because I almost settled on something asking you to do something last minute, but you're also a fly by your seat of your
Yeah.
pants kind of guy.
Yeah.
So I think that your personal hell is being asked to do something you don't want to do.
Yes, I would say that's definitely up there. I think sometimes my personal hell is being asked to do something. It's like the Larry David thing of someone get this person a napkin, and it's like you get them the napkin. Like sometimes my personal hell is like, oh wait, but you could grab the napkin, but you're asking me to grab the napkin. Why am I grabbing the napkin?
Right.
And I want to say that, but then it will open up like a whole like thing, but it's not even a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So-
because sometimes the napkin is part of your job to grab, and then even though the person could grab the napkin, they need to eat breakfast or they need to do. They're facilitating that there are even napkins in this place. So sometimes just because you can do something, like the boss could do a lot of things around the office, but they have people doing them because they.
Yes.
Need to, even if they're not doing work when you're grabbing the napkin, they might need to just rest because that's what
But
they need to
sometimes
do.
it's not the weekend, so the napkin.
And that's when the
shouldn't be-
person should just say, "Listen, why don't you grab the napkin, bitch?" and then the bitch will say, "Because I asked you to do it, pretty please." And then I'll say, and then the person will say, "I should say please more often." Like last night, can I give you an example of this same thing that happened last night? I took the sheets off the bed in there because they were like I had slept on them 2 nights
on
in a
your
row.
bed?
Yeah, and yesterday during the day I took them off because I knew that I wanted to change them before Kerstin and I slept on them. It gets around to bedtime. I'm on the couch with a guy that I'm dating
Hell.
and watching Love on the Spectrum. And Kerstin decides to go to bed, and she walks in there, and she walks back out, and she goes, "Nikki, where are your sheets?" And I go, "Oh, they're in the closet." And she goes, "Can you come help me put it on, like the fitted sheet?" Because it's kind of a bitch to get on. And I said that I would help her before. But that was before, like, I was cozied up on someone's lap, kind of like in the dark under a blanket.
She's like
and I
this.
just go,
Wrap your arm around me.
Yeah.
I walked in and you were like this.
Yeah.
so under a blanket, yeah. And I go, "Can you just do it
Kirsten,
alone?"
Can you just do it? Like I've done it by myself so many
And
times.
she goes, "Ugh." And I go,
I didn't know
honestly,
where they were.
No. But I told you where they were. But I just thought
Which
in my
one
head,
goes on it?
what? The fitted sheet goes on the. They don't need to be matching.
There
I
was
don't
no
give a fuck.
sets to match the
That's
pillow.
okay. I
Oh,
just put on whatever, willy nilly.
I was tired.
Sorry, but Kerstin, I just go because earlier in the day I was
Used to it.
thinking like, oh, God, it
I
is.
can't even look over there. It's really making me laugh. This
Yeah.
looks like
So-
a little
She's like-
baby.
I
Can you
said,
just, like, do it really
but
quick,
no,
please?
I even thought to go. I go, God, I need to help Kerstin put on the sheets. I know I need to. And then I was like, wait a second. I do it by myself. It is a job you
Yes.
can do without someone's help. There are some things that you do need two people for. And I was like, I know she's used to making the bed with Corey and having like it's easier to put on a fitted sheet with two people.
He
no
always
doubt about
helps.
it. But I
does
know
it.
you can do it by yourself because I've done it by myself. So I just go, I'm so cozy, Kerstin. Will you please do it by yourself? And I go, I'm sorry, I've done it by myself. I know you can do it. And I felt bad doing it. And then I was kind of scared to go in later because I'm like, she's going to be mad at me because I made her do that. But she wasn't. She forgave me for being a little bit selfish in that moment and just wanting to be like a cozy little baby bird. And like you were annoyed that you had to do it yourself, and I totally
kind of
respect that.
annoyed,
Yes,
but-
you were.
Because
But-
I was tired and I was
I
like,
know.
where are the sheets?
But
You're
I'll
like,
just
in the
tell
tower.
you did me a favor by doing that, and I really appreciate you doing that. And I appreciated like I got into bed and you were already asleep when I got in, but I was like, Kerstin, thank you so much because you changed my pillowcase, and I was like, thank you so much for doing that.
You
like,
said that?
Yeah, and you were like,
She rubbed her vagina on your old pillow, though.
I was like,
no, I appreciated that. Sometimes I do need favors, and I could do it, and I just want someone to do it for me because I'm just like, I don't want to do it, and like.
Meow.
And I really appreciated that last night when you're staying at my house. I should have done it for you, and I just appreciated you
it was like
doing that.
help.
I know it was hell.
I was like, hell. And I was like, where is, and I think I even said out loud just to like maybe see if you would hear it. I was like, where are the top sheets even? I don't even know where they are.
Yeah, you were just like, why are you so disorganized?
You were like, the sheets are in the tower. Then I went in and like, you go to someone else's house and you don't know like which
Yeah.
one's fitted. You don't know the colors. You don't know
Yes,
like, is this a
totally.
fitted? Then I took them all out and I discovered it
babe.
wasn't fitted and I put it back in. Are these pillowcases? No, they're towels. I just
Well,
took all
thank
the
you for forgiving
Anyways,
me. I was a
I
bitch
forgot.
last night, but I was just so.
you looked cozy and you were tired. And I know you work hard and I'm here staying. And you're like,
no, I should have done it for you. But there are just times where I was like,
next time.
I knew she would forgive me for being a bitch right then. There's some people
Yeah.
though that I'm totally scared to ever like, I have certain friends who I would not ever ask to do that themselves. I would just get off the couch and do it myself because I'd be scared they would never forgive me, and it would become this thing that they like talk about forever. Like Nikki one time made me do this, and it's not worth it to me. But I knew Kerstin, I could be like, Kerstin, I'm sorry, I was selfish last night and just tired. And you're the same way. Like I can be like, Andrew, I just please.
Yeah,
like,
you
sometimes,
too.
Yeah,
you
and
just don't want to.
There's times when like I really like it depends when you catch the person. Like you're like, hey, grab this parcel. I'm like, I'm downstairs. I'll grab the parcel. I'm not
Yeah.
even thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'll help you. I got your back. I'm helping you out. And then there's other times where I'm just like, it's like, I don't know, like where
I
I'm
never
just,
send you parcels anymore, by the way.
Yeah, that is true.
Never.
Yeah.
I stopped. We got to go to final thought.
You just stop like
Oh
ordering
my God, are you
stuff.
kidding me? Final thought. I'm getting so many parcels. I cannot stop buying things on fucking Poshmark, dude. I got a
Parcels.
Posh
What is
problem.
Poshmark? And this is not an ad. But
No,
what
it's
is it?
not. Do not. It's like TikTok, dude. It is addictive as fuck. It's just
It's
like,
worse than Amazon.
oh, for me, yes. It feels better because it's resale.
Oh.
But I gotta wonder if anyone knows. Will you DM me? How the fuck do all these women get these brand new NWT, new with tags, clothing? Are they shoplifting them and then reselling them? Because I look at these women's profiles. They don't have a good sense of style. The stuff in their personal wardrobe is garbage, and none of the same sizes that all this new stuff is. Do they even at Kate
You think
Spade?
they work
Like,
there? You think they work at these places and they get
I don't
them?
know what's
They just
happening.
have a
How
shopping
people
problem. They buy it and they don't know that they want
So
it.
can you get it for cheaper than what new
Yes.
is?
Oh,
So it's not
yeah.
like one of these
And
things
you
that
can make
bid
offers.
up. Okay, that's
You can
like
make
I
offers.
bought shoes like that.
And like,
StockX.
the
or
thing on
something.
Poshmark, you like things. You go through and I'll like a ton of stuff and heart it.
Yeah.
And then people will go, hey Nikki, thanks for liking the, pink 80s belt.
Oh, God.
I'm now offering 20% off on all bundles. Take a look through my closet. And then you go, okay, I'm going to go look at the other stuff they got selling. If I buy 3 items, I get 20% off. If I buy 4, it becomes like this. And then it just arrives 3 days later in a fucking little package. And it's just, it feels good because it's not new. But a lot of it is new, but you're not like you're not going to a mall. And it's like, you can find, I don't know, I'm addicted. I bought so much stuff last night. Every day I buy like 4 things,
bought
dude.
stuff last
I can't
night, too.
stop.
So what did you buy? Let's hear an example of like what are you buying and
God.
why did you buy it, and maybe we could figure out
'Cause
how
I-
to stop it.
Well, I don't want to stop, to be honest with you. So here's something. Oh no, these are. Then they invite you to parties. They're like, hey, we've got a white logo party happening. We got okay, here's one.
What is it,
This
a Puff
a
Daddy?
Aneen Bing. I don't even know how to say her name. Anine Bing.
Okay.
This fleece pullover.
Teddy pullover.
It's so cute. And I have it hearted and I'm watching it. You know, it's $209. I'm not going to spend that much on it. I just don't know how much I'm going to wear it. Then there's this one was so cute.
But what did you buy last night? You said you bought four things.
I'll tell you
Oh.
everything I've bought. It's insane.
Oh God.
So, Free People pink sequin cheetah mini skirt. I need that for the stage. Just a fun sequin mini skirt. Oh shit, and a Neen Bing sweatshirt. It's like a crew neck sweat. It's a cropped sweatshirt with like
you hit
a
it?
cute white. Look how cute this is. Hold on, fuck. Look at this shit.
Now, can you put it back? Let's say you wear it 5 times and you're
I
kind
can
of
put
over.
it back on.
Can
You can
put it back?
reposh. Oh, you
Okay.
can reposh.
Okay.
I got a BB Dakota black crushed vegan leather high waist mini skirt, $42. I got a below the belt Barcelona studded waist belt that Kendall Jenner was spotted wearing for $45. I got a nasty gal star faux leather high rise skirt, $25. It has. I got some pink leather gloves for $15. I got Free People holding onto a dream mini skirt. I got the express
You know
white.
who you are?
What?
You're your mom.
Bam.
You're your mom now. You finally turned into your mom.
Julie at Home Goods.
This brings us full circle because over the weekend, Britta, Kerstin's sister, was in Kansas City with us backstage, and I was like, I was doing my makeup, and I felt like, oh my god, I am looking great. Like this makeup, my skin looks great, like my hair looks great, and Britta goes, oh my god, do you know who you look like? And I literally thought she was gonna say Jennifer Lawrence. Like I was just feeling hot. You know when you just have like so much confidence, and you're like, I look amazing. And I literally was just like, and I was so happy because cameras were filming too. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna catch her like honestly telling me I look like a fucking celebrity. And she's like, your mom. And I was just like,
It was what you said though. You came in and you're like, "Bah, blah, blah, blah," and it was like
no,
just like
she goes,
Julie.
you look like your mom. But then I spun it because my mom, first of all, very good looking woman. Will never admit it, but very good looking. I don't want to look like my mom now because my mom's 62. That would be insane.
But your mom at your age.
But Britta remembers my mom when she was in her 30s. So I look like
Yeah.
my mom in her 30s. Bang,
That's
back
such a
to feeling good
compliment.
about. Now it's a compliment again.
Well, maybe you have your mom resell some of your stuff on Posh that you
I'll
won't
do that
want.
for you, Nick. You kidding me? This shit is so good. Where'd you get that? $25. You paid that for that? I see that at Goodwill all the time. That's ridiculous. When you got money, I guess you're gonna spend it. What? You spent $175 on a denim rush dress? Nikki, what does this even mean? Why would you do that? I saw these at Target.
You wear a rush dress.
They're gonna
though.
bring out the Target rack at Goodwill, and I'm gonna find that for you. I'll show you. I'll get that for you. But you know, when you have money, you can just spend it. I guess it's fine. It's fine.
No,
Nick,
these are all
I'm gonna
little-
look for these for you now, Nick. I'm gonna look for them. I'm gonna find you a denim rush dress.
Look, you're doing little tiny purchases. It's not. They add up.
TPs.
They add up. Little TPs.
They add up.
But it's if you came home with 4 different
If
watches.
any other girls out
like-
there are addicted to Poshmark, give me some of your tips. Tell me some of the ways, because I'm addicted to this app. It brings me a lot of I just like liking things. I like people going, hey, Nikki, we saw you scoping out this. Want to offer you this. I like that they see me. I feel, and my name is Nikki Glaser on there if you want to.
This is your mom going in the Goodwill and the person working there go, hey there. Hey.
Hey,
Hey,
Jules.
Glaze. Hey, Jules. You're
I'm
back.
right here. Hi, guys. Hey, did you bring the rack out? You're waiting to bring the rack out? My mom. Yeah, there's a certain rack that comes out of new things, and my mom is always waiting around
There's
like a
a
little
truck
crow.
that-
All right, we got to go. Thank you for listening to the show today. Kerstin, thank you for being on
Thanks,
it again.
guys. So
we will
fun.
be back tomorrow on the podcast to round out the week. Don't be care.
And Jack Mark.
Jackpot.
What is it?
Jack Mark.
What's that?
Like Posh Mark.
Oh, got it.